Well, good morning, everybody. My name is Love. This is my YouTube ditty, Lonely Trans Girl. Because I'm lonely and I'm a trans girl. I spend lots of time on my motorcycle. So today what I'm going to go check out is this mysterious, spooky road that I've ridden past a couple times. And I'm pretty curious about where it's going. And so I'm gonna go check it out. Cute puppies. What else might be new, you might ask? Well, I went out on Friday and I gathered a whole bunch of footage with my new secondary camera here. And I've been playing with that all weekend trying to figure out this multicam angle stuff. And I think I might have figured some parts of it out anyway. So, go check out this spooky dirt road that goes off into the woods. And, see how this camera setup works out for me. But, But I didn't get a DJI Osmo 5 like I was talking about last time. I just got another 4 because it was way more affordable. Those like Amazon Prime Day sale or whatever, it was like 40% off. So hard to say no to that when you're a little bit po. And I'm pretty happy with the other one. It's just sometimes the microphone takes too long to hook up or not at all. But figured if I have to wait for one camera, like what's the difference? You know, if I have one camera that hooks up fast, the other one's just going to be more annoying. So I figured it's not going to be a problem. Is that the road? I think that's the road. Oh, is that a driveway? Wait a second. That's a house number. Damn, man. Well, that's a bust. Because, kind of what I was gonna do. I don't want to get shot going down someone's driveway. Maybe there's another mysterious road up ahead. Gee whiz, that's lame. Oh, I want to drive down that guy's driveway so bad. Anyway, we can still go for a ride and enjoy ourselves, right? Right? So yeah, I've been practicing with the footage I gathered on Friday for the last couple days, just like making multicam clips and timelines and trying different ways to edit it. Playing around with it, and it's intimidating. There's so much stuff in that freaking program. Yeah, it's a lot, man. It's a lot of stuff. So it's and I'm not good at stuff like that. Like I've never been like technically minded. Like I don't even really know how to use my phone. And I got this the AOC kind of on my handlebars. I'm just running it with USB power right now. But it doesn't look the same as it does on my telephone. So I don't know, I might have to go into my phone and try and tweak some settings or something, but everything looks really small on it. I want like a chunkier line. And they're all different colors and stuff on my phone, and they just all look like brown lines, so I don't know. I didn't open my phone at all. I just kind of turned on the bike and selected Backroads Mapbook, so I'm sure it's user error. But haha, not going through it. Ooh, big puddle. Think I washed off my boots. Seems to be really the only time my boots get washed. It doesn't look like it's the cleanest of waters. But only got 4 days of work. I'm planning on taking Friday off. And maybe I can take Peanut camping before I head out on my bike trip. But yeah, 4 more days and then I can get out of here. I need a real break. My mental health's really been in the shitter this last little while. I was really hoping to maybe retire a little bit early and take some less money and enjoy some of my freedom, but I checked with a lawyer if that was even possible because of my separation agreement and stuff, and he's like, there's literally no provision in there for me to get out of it and retire early. Like, if I retire early, I'll have to give my ex so much of my money that I won't be able to do freaking anything but find a job. So I might as well stay. But that's lame. Instead of 55, it's more like 60 or 65 that I'm going to be leaving. So, I don't know, man. Hope I'm not too messed up to have fun by then. But I am going to have to make the most of those holidays in that amount of time I got. I think I've already reached the full allotment. I don't think I can get more. So I'm going to have to use those in a different way. These 3-week getaways are really cool because I don't like, I don't like facing the year without having some time off. But if I want to get some further places, I'm going to have to alter my strategy a little bit. Because if I get 7 weeks and say I want to travel to the Maritimes on my bike, I'm gonna need more than 3 weeks to have a good time with it anyway. So, and then as an inside worker, I'm not allowed to take time off in December, but letter carriers still can. So it's a stressful time of year too, and it's all dark and cold. So maybe I could take like 5 weeks in the summer and go see if I get to Newfoundland, and a week in December and like a week in February or something, and maybe try and save up and go somewhere. Not just somewhere, like I don't want to go to Winnipeg in December. But you know what I'm saying? Like Mexico or something. Because in 3 years' time I'll have my car paid off, so maybe I could start putting some of that money towards vacations and like a retirement plan of some sort to make up for the amount I have to give to my ex. Because that's ironclad too. I can't work my way into keeping my pension legally anyway. So maybe I'll just run away to Guatemala. Anyone know someone in Guatemala that can give me a new identity? Let me know. I'm open to it. But yeah, I thought my test footage on the last run was a little dark on the helmet cam, so I put the ND16 filter back on and I lightened the EV from -7 to -3. I think I just lightened it again to 0 before today's trip. And then I noticed with the two different cameras, because you can't put an ND filter on this wide-angle lens, because I mounted the bike cam with my wide-angle lens, since I don't have to carry it on my body. And yeah, you can't put an ND filter on there because the lens is curved. But it looked a little bit brighter than the camera with the ND filter, and I'm trying to, without going into like heavy editing, just trying to make them look a little more similar. So I lowered the ISO in the bike cam as well and increased the negative EV a little bit. Let's see if we can get them a little more matched up. But then I only have one spare battery for each one too, so... But I honestly think that's enough, like, you know... Especially that I'm on these, like, bigger trips. I spend a lot of time on the highway, and it's too loud. Nobody really wants to hear highway jabbers. I was, like, wondering, because I took Masami for the test footage. And I was like, oh, it just seems so much windier. Like, the wind noise is so much worse than when I'm riding Yoshi. But, like, I'm going, like, 30 or 40 kilometers an hour on this guy, so that's probably why I don't hear wind noise. And then, yeah, the way I figured out how to sync all this up is, like, a technically complicated. It seems like I have my old mic mini hooked up to the bike cam, and it's over on this side of my helmet. And then I have my mic 3 hooked up to the helmet cam over on this side of the helmet. So there's a lot of... And then I have a little microphone at the end for my Cardo. So this helmet's fully mic'd up. But that makes it easy because you can select your clips in DaVinci and then ask it to make a multicam clip of them all together. And it just goes through and analyzes the sound waves from both cameras. If both cameras have audio, it's really easy. What I always struggled with is trying to do it manually, and then once I'd start messing around with the edit, like, the sync would go off. But yeah, this way it seems like, you know, like I do that, and then I make a timeline of those multicam clips, and I drop it into the edit, and it's just one line of video and one line of audio, and I can switch back and forth between camera angles with you use a button 1 for camera 1 and button 2 for camera 2, and I can switch those back and forth, and that's super easy and cool. And then it makes that edit really easy. So when I want to take chunks out, I can just do it the same way I always have, and I don't have to worry about extra pieces and moving things around and trying to line them back up. Like, very cool. But it's like the doing it part's quite simple. It's the setting everything up and getting it to work is it really hurt my brain. I've been watching tutorial videos on this for quite some time, and I haven't been able to figure it out. So I just kind of took some of the most basic information I got and just threw some footage in there that I wasn't really caring about, and just tried to see how that was going. And it looks like I mostly figured it out. I'm sure I'm still doing things wrong. And we'll see how it goes with 3 weeks worth of footage too. Not sure how that's all gonna work out. Is that a creepy road? Ah, man, the bike goes into neutral, like, not whenever I want it to. It's impossible to get it into neutral when I want it to, but he sure likes going into neutral, trying to sabotage me. Oh, I don't know if that's a road or not. That just looks like a little cubby. Looks like someone's camped here before, probably. Yeah, there's like a little fire ring. But at least I have a lot of gas today, so I'm not too worried about that. Wonder what's in there. Man, I'm so bummed out that spooky road turned into someone's driveway. That's just a kick in the freaking teeth. I was so excited to find out what's going on down there, but it's someone probably in their underwear with a shotgun in their hands. This little swampy swamp. And another little tiny place to camp. This is cool. Totally set your tent up there. Some mungy water. I definitely wouldn't want Peanut swimming in that shit. But you know he would. Huh, that's a neat little camp spot. But speaking of bringing Peanut with me places, I know it's expensive, and like I spend more money than I should, honestly. But you know, I have such a dull life that I try to make it fun, so sometimes I need things. And this thing that I saw is, it's a little specialty built puppy backpack from a company called Lil Chonk. So I don't know, I saw it on Instagram, so it could be just total garbage. But according to their little reedy thing, it was like, it's got like a stabilized back section and like a comfy spot for his bum, and then a hole for his tail to come out. Another creepy road? What's another creepy road? I'm on a creepy road hunt today, that's for sure. Here we go. And then, yeah, I was thinking maybe I'd try that first to get him used to it, because he's such a little, like, nervous pup that I think if he was tied to the back of my bike, he'd probably have a panic attack and get really scared. But if we're tied together, I think he would be okay with it. But yeah, then I think maybe he would, because I could ease him into it, you know what I mean? Like I could put on the backpack and I could walk around with him in it, and then take him for little rides, or like maybe roll down the driveway without the bike turned on. Like it'd just be easier to like train him to realize that it's not scary or dangerous. And yeah, we could go do things together. Like we could come out to one of these spots because it's not so far away, and I could carry him on my back and like, look at this. This is beautiful. What a spot. We could totally camp here. Man. What happens when you go down a scary road? It's not actually scary, you find places to sleep. Am I learning a whole bunch of stuff? I'm expecting a whole Bigfoot colony to start throwing shit at me. No, just a fire pit and a place to lay down. So yeah, I'm thinking of getting him one of those. It's not a cheap backpack. Fuck, like, ask me to tell you the stories of all the expensive backpacks I've bought in my day. Like, I have a problem. But I think that would be really cool. I'd really like to do more of this with him. And it's like, with that backpack on, it's like his paws kind of hang on your shoulders. So he's nice and close to you, so I think that would help him feel more secure, too. At that little bridge to nowhere. Man, you could get lost out here so bad. Turning into some meadowland. I wonder if there's a campsite up here. That's the other road it connected to. Like an intersection in the forest. Said I wouldn't be gone long. Ain't that the famous last words of the century? Just going out for a little ride on my bike. I'll be right back. Any little adventure is better than no adventure. All I did yesterday was mow the lawns. So this is fun. Another thing I've kind of decided going with this 2-camera system is like, maybe I'm not like a drone person. The drone I have is like the cheapest drone on the market. It had like no like collision avoidance detection systems or anything. Like it's all 100% manual, and I just don't feel I have the skill to do that justice. And it frightens me when I use it, honestly, because I've crashed it every time I've flown it. And I'm never sure what the regulations are for using it. And yeah, it just kind of creeps me out. I don't know. I love the footage that you get from them. It's really cool. But I don't know if it's for me. Sorry if that's a disappointment. Maybe one day I'll get one of those that have like they call it the Neo 2 or something like that. It's like a little tiny one that's a lot more robust. Like I could just throw that in my backpack and not worry about it breaking. And you don't have to use a controller for it. You just kind of throw it up in the air and it automatically tracks you and stuff. So something like that might be cool for like little trails. I think it does like pre-programmed zoop flights too, so you can get some kind of neat footage out of it. But yeah, I don't know. Piloting stuff isn't my forte. Whoa, what do we have there? Another creepy road? Let's go see what's down this one. And not another fucking driveway. Not prepared for too much adventure today. What time is it? 1. Yeah, I should actually start that. So I gotta work in the morning. I gotta get up at fucking midnight. Yay! That's a really hard part about my gig. Is those hours and that commute. It's just like more than I want out of a job these days. So yeah, doing all that extra years of work, like I think putting in the transfer to letter carrier was a good idea. Last time I did it for about 6 years, and it didn't seem super bad. I did start getting some body aches, but most routes in Kelowna now are motorized, so I don't think I have to worry about carrying stuff all day long. And the old heel-toe express. But yeah, working outside, working in the daytime, working by myself, I think all those will be positive things and get me to the end. Even my therapist said just being out in the community will be good for me instead of hiding. Like just hide out in the night shift like a little marsupial. But yeah, it's burning me out, and I'm tired of it. Kind of thought maybe just a different location would freshen it up, but it's not. It's too much. I don't like it anymore. There was a time I didn't mind working nights. I kind of thought there's something a little bit exclusive and neat about it, and you know, you get a lot more of the city to yourself. But this one's not that good because it's 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. So by the time I get out, like everything's busy, and that drive home is just a nightmare. That's a creepy road. Come on. They put so many fucking teasers out for me, man. It's like a dude driving around in a white van with a free candy sign on it. Oh yeah, creepy road. It's exactly what I was looking for. I'm glad I didn't shut you off and put you in my pocket. I bet you this is a lot like what that driveway looked like. Uh-oh. Can we squeeze under there? Ow, I have a bum shoulder and that really fucking hurt. Do the Peter Griffin. Yeah, I think think it was my doggy that hurt my shoulder. Because he plays a mean game of tuggies. And I actually have a doctor's appointment on Tuesday. See what's going on there. Can we climb these, Yoshi? Yeah, shoulder injury is really weird because a lot of the time it doesn't bother me, but if I sleep on it weird, it really hurts. And if I go to reach something at not a very normal angle, I guess, that really hurts. Yeah, that's just some of the motions that you just take for granted. Like, I just go and do them and I'm like, yeah, like it really fucking hurts, man. I don't know what's going on there. It's not the creepy road I had imagined, but it's creepy enough. A lot of trees down on this one. But Yoshi's a beast when it comes to that kind of shit. But I think this is the end of the line. Oh, you can go down there, but I don't really want to. It looks a little steep for me. Hey, you see it on the camera and be like, it's not that bad. It's actually not that bad, but I'm good. Coming up might be a little too much. Come on, Yoshi. Hey, you may be super capable. I may be slightly below average in capability, but we don't need to be silly either, do we? That was just really cool to check out. I like checking out these kind of little offshoots. But that is the problem. A lot of them have a lot of detritus floating around on them. These trees weren't so bad, but I don't really like going underneath the little, like the first one. But it wasn't so bad. It was a nice light little tree. It just got hooked on my sweater and that was annoying. Stuff like that. That's one thing I do have to embrace with my whole life situation and how depressing it can be when it just starts getting into my head too much. But it's like, of all the things my ex can take from me, has taken from me, this is probably my favorite thing, and it's something she can't take. And that feels pretty good. As long as I can keep myself healthy enough to do this for some more years. Oops, sorry, Yoshi. I didn't give you enough throttle. Okay, let's get back underneath this tree pop. Hey, we can do it. I mean, it'd be easier if you were an easy clutch. Stuck. Yeah, that part's not fun because that really hurts my shoulder too. Something I'm not entirely sure of is how 3 weeks of riding and camping is going to make that shoulder feel. But that's such a bummer because I always had really good mobility in my arms. Like I could do the whole like clasp my hands behind my back thing and stretch them out, and like it was always very flexible. And now I can't even put my hands behind my back. Like I go to take off my riding gear, and you know how you just put your hand down and reach behind you and pull on the sleeve? I can't do that on that side anymore. Like I can't even bring it back so that my left arm can pull on that sleeve. I don't know, it's stupid. God, getting old is just fucking ridiculous. It's so cruel. I'm not sure exactly how I popped out here, but I'm going the wrong direction though. If I go that way, I'll end up in this Oliver. Which is cool, I like Oliver, and I'm going to do that sometime, but not today. Alright everybody, we're just on our way back. I'm pretty sure I'm on a section that's reserved for non-motorized vehicles of the KVR here, but in my defense, I saw a guy in a big old loud old side-by-side pop out of here, and then I turned around and went in. I'm like, if he can do it, I can do it. I'm just going slow. Look at all that, hey? It's pretty. It's real pretty. Worried I'm gonna lose my camera down there. I can't see it. But that's kind of a cool thing with a two camera setup, is I can mount them in different spots and get some kind of different results, hopefully. There's just never enough time or gasoline to go explore all the offshoots that I want to see. But that was pretty cool. I was disappointed that I didn't get to go down that creepy road that's had my eye, but we went down a couple creepy roads. We got to see a few campsites. We did some little exploring. Hey, just a little exploring. And that's what it's all about, right? Oh dear, this could make my camera messy. Sorry, camera. Did you get wet? Yeah, you got some cookies on your lens. Poor guy. Poor guy. You're built for that kind of shit, buddy. You can take it. Well, that's it everybody. This camera just died and I didn't bring any extra batteries with me. And that's about it. We're just gonna head home now. So, thanks for joining us on this little trip. Exploring around. And I'm not sure why these batteries lasted different amounts of times, but it's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. And this one still has lots of battery. I don't know. Anyway, I'll see you guys next time. Next time I think I'm heading out on my big trip. I don't think there's anything else I'll be showing you till then, so join me for that. It should be cool. Alright, talk to you later. Bye.